So, you're an onion? I, I don't get it. How's this
I'm
possible?
thinking the same thing about you, Richard. I knew Onion Grandad and all of the Block Mafia. You were not one of us.
Wait. Oh, I get it now. So you were part of the original Block Mafia team. Ah, I see. Well, it's a bit of a long story, but I was supposed to be part of the original Block Mafia, but, stuff
Um,
happened.
I don't think so, Richard. I was the first Onion being, and I knew all the Block Mafia.
Wait. Hold up a second. Like, I wasn't there for the beginning. I kind of was, but stuff happened and I'm struggling to remember it. But you weren't the first onion. No. Onion Grandad had told me that the first onion he made was just basically an onion with a face, and he called it something like Cheese Bob or something like that. And I haven't met him before, but apparently he was the first onion.
Richard. What if I was to tell you I am Cheese Bob?
Wait, hold up a second. You're not Cheese Bob, trust me. Like, Cheese Bob was an onion with a face, and you're a human looking drawing onion. You just, no, you can't be Cheese Bob, it's impossible.
Maybe I should word it differently. I was Cheese Bob. It was around the time when Onion Grandad was killed back in 2015. I struggled to cope with the fact that he was actually gone for good. Not only had I lost my creator, but I had lost my closest friend. In order to start fresh, I waved farewell to the Onion Granny and got myself a job at the local Tesco Express. I originally worked as the bin man, tossing away old packaging and expired food. It was no fun, but I aimed to get promoted to working on the counter. Much to my surprise, however, as soon as I opened the first bin I discovered this thing.
You're only explaining it in your head. I can't actually see it.
Oh, sorry about that. Here it is. I found this all-glowing crystal just lying in the bin. As soon as my little onion body touched it, I instantly transformed into my current form, which you see now. Neat. I have a human-like body now. Yay. Arms and legs. And a text-to-speech voice.
Huh, that's believable, I suppose. But you do realize Onion Grandad didn't die in 2015.
Stop, Richard. Don't joke about that with me.
Look, trust me, I'm not lying. It's a really long story, okay? So-called block murderer that you were all accusing of killing Onion Grandad was Onion Grandad. You just didn't listen to him. None of you listened to him. Onion Grandad changed form overnight, and there's not really much explanation to why. But, he changed. And all of you were just like, no, he's not Onion Grandad. And you just wouldn't listen to him. So, and then you should have given him a chance, guys.
Oh my. How did I not consider that a possibility? Changing form isn't even a far-fetched concept for us onions. So does that mean he's still alive?
Oh, yeah, about that. Well, you see, it was around Christmas time last year, and all of the Block Mafia, including me, had all come together and we were all celebrating Christmas together. And it was somehow led to me trying to build a time machine out of magic sand, which was probably not the best idea, and we kind of broke the space-time continuum. We ended up in a dimension which was taken over by wasps of all things, like proper big wasps, not just little tiny things. And we had to escape from this wasp prison which they set up. We had to fight this huge emperor wasp called the Wasp Overlord. None of us was strong enough to defeat it, and Onion Grandad sacrificed his life to defeat the Wasp Overlord for us. Then pretty much some blonde kid called like Towel or Check Shirt or something came along, and then he took the power and he became this big red monster thing, and we had to beat him up by fusing together to create greenman.png. I don't know if Onion Grandad told you that we could all fuse together like that, but yeah, after that we managed to get Onion Grandad's power again, and I currently have Onion Grandad's power, meaning technically I'm Onion Grandad. I can turn onions into living beings now, And that's where Screech comes from. I am responsible for turning an onion into Screech.
Gee, that's a lot to take in. I kinda get the gist of it, but I'm still baffled by your existence.
I know you're gonna think I'm mad for saying this, but we should probably ask Potato Granddad a bit more about that.
Are you completely insane? That monster was responsible for the century-long Great Onion War, and you're thinking of asking this bloke for info?
Potato Granddad's changed though. I mean, it's kind of what got us into that whole wasp situation to begin with, but you know.
So you're seriously friends with this guy? Man, times sure have changed since 2015.
Oh man, a lot has happened since 2015, trust me. I mean, probably around this time last year, I just thought I was a regular guy living with my nan in the house, you know. I didn't think anything different of it. Like, and then my whole life just turned around when I found out that I was an onion.
So you thought you were a human? Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I knew nothing about Onion Grandad at all. It was just one day I went to this ice cream place called Creams with one of my friends called Henry. He's also an onion, by the way. He ate that ice cream and he turned into his ultimate form. And then we didn't know what that was at all. But it was giving him the memories of when he was an onion. And that was when we managed to retrace the memories of Onion Grandad, and we went and we discovered that we were onions, and we discovered powers that we had inside.
Must have been a bizarre discovery.
Alrighty, let's head off to Potato Land. Screech, keep an eye on Susan while we're out, okay?
Oh, okay, Richard, I will.
Coolio, off we go then! Finally back in Potato Land. You know it's Potato Land because there's potatoes as far as the eye can see. And this here is Potato Grandad's house. It's been a while since I last saw him. I wonder how he's doing.
Richard, I'm really not sure about this. I mean, this guy has literally slaughtered countless onion beings.
Look, you gotta learn to move on. You can't just stay in one little area of life for your whole life. You gotta move on at some point.
Wait a second. Did I really fool for this utter nonsense? I had trust in you. I see what you're up to, Richard. You're one of his potato beings. I am aware they can have ultimate forms too, you know.
What do you want about? I'm definitely an onion.
Why should I trust you?
Because I thought we were friends. Friends trust each other, right?
I'd never be friends with a potato.
Listen to me now. I don't want to get aggressive with you, but I am not a potato. I may be friends with some because we've learnt to trust each other over time. We've moved on. You're living in the past. We onions and potatoes are now friends, and you need to listen to me and trust me.
Look, if you were an onion, Onion Grandad would have told me about you. Why would he have to hide you from me? He didn't hide anything from me. Sorry, Richard, but there's no other choice.
Huh? What's all that racket outside? Oi, you kids, get off my lawn! Oh wait, it's just Richard. What brings you here, Richard?
Well, it's a long story, but I made friends with this onion guy, but he refuses to believe that you're our friends because it's been a while, you know.
Potato Grandad. We meet
Who are
again.
you? I don't know you. I know all the other onions.
You know who I am. It's me. Cheese Bob.
Whoa. This could actually be possible, I know. I mean, he was just an onion, but it's been a long time since I've seen him. He might have grown quite a lot.
Yeah, I believe that he is Cheese Bob. He just doesn't believe that us lot are all friends now.
Oh, you want a bit of solid evidence then? I'll show you.
Oh, hello, Richard. I didn't expect to see you here. Me and Potato Grandad were just doing our weekly Twister competition.
Wait.
You
Gibbs
see,
Nut?
me and Gibbsnut have grown to become very close friends with one another. We both share the same love and passion for Twister as each other.
Who's this guy in the green shirt? I like his choice of colour.
Remember me, Gibbs Nut? It's me. Cheese Bob.
Wow, Cheese Bob, I've missed you so much. Now you have arms and legs, we can finally play Twister together. Do you want a game?
We kind of came here to find out a bit more about our origin,
I can't wait, my friend. What's important right now is Twister.
Oh, sure.